Hey everybody. Today we're going to start with a little story about my life, and then we're going to talk about metric units. Back in the day, I had a dog, and he was a cute little dog, and he was brown, and I can't draw dogs, but this was my dog. He had front legs, and then he had little back legs, and he was cute, and he had a little tail. That was his tail, and he was happy. He was a really happy little dog. And he had ears. Whoa, I actually did that kind of good. Anyway, okay, so that was my dog. And his name was King Henry. And we called him Henry all the time, but his name was King Henry. It's like my cat right now. I have a little kitty cat right now. She's adorable. I can't draw her. Well, maybe I can. My cat is named Ada Lovelace. So here's my cat. She's cute. Those are her ears. And I think it would be the same as the dog. Except for she has a pink nose. So she gets a little pink nose in the middle. Anyway, so my dog was King Henry. My cat is Ada Lovelace. And King Henry really, really loved chocolate milk. He was a big fan. And, chocolate's not very good for dogs, so I didn't let him have chocolate milk very much, especially because he happened to be lactose intolerant. So anytime he had it, he would have to go really, really bad. And that's gross. Okay, it's just not fun to have to pick up after your dog when it's liquid. It's not cute. So I didn't let him have chocolate milk very often, but it made him really happy. So, and here's the other thing. I got chocolate milk in these, paper containers that you don't have to refrigerate all the time. So I just kept him in the cupboard, and every once in a while he would get a little bit. So one day I was at work, and King Henry managed to get into the cupboard where I keep all the milk and chocolate milk and all that stuff. And he tore through the paper carton, and he drank 3 huge containers of chocolate milk. And that's bad. I don't know if you know this, but that's really bad for a dog who's lactose intolerant, and especially a dog drinking chocolate milk. It's really bad because dogs are allergic to chocolate, and he was also allergic to milk. And so by the time I got home, my house was a disaster, covered in you-know-what. And King Henry was really, really sick. So right away, without hesitation, I took him to the doctor. They put him on some IV fluids. They tried to help, but he was really tiny. He was a pretty young puppy at the time. He was only like 6 months old, and it didn't help. So they put him on all the IV fluids. They kept him overnight, and he didn't make it. And that was a really sad time in my life. But King Henry actually helped me out. I was really sad for a long time, but got me thinking, and I said, I'm going to make the best out of this. A, I'm not buying chocolate milk like that again, and B, I think that I can use King Henry's death to my advantage. So I'm going to tell you what I learned from King Henry. King Henry, this is King Henry, he died. And that was really sad. But he died by drinking chocolate milk. And so I can use this to teach you about the metric system. So let's just take a look at that. Let's get rid of the sad evidence of my failed pet-loving life before. Okay, so King Henry died drinking chocolate milk. What does that mean? That means these are prefixes for the metric system. These are prefixes for the metric system. Ooh, I'm writing too fast. Metric system. Prefixes for the metric system. So I have kilo, K-I-L-O, kilo, hecto. By the way, In case you didn't pick up on this, this is the important part of the lesson. This is the part that should be in your notes. This is the part that matters that you need to learn. So K is for kilo, H is for hecto. You know, like the prefix is like kilometer, kilometer. We don't really say it like kilometer, but kilo, kilo, or kilo, either way. But kilo reminds me of King Henry, and that's sad, so I don't say it like that. Anyway, kilo, hecto, deca, D-E-K-A, D-E-K-A is deca. This space here is for your base units. So this is for like meters, or grams, or liters. Those are the ones that we usually use in this class. Then we have deci, D-E-C-I, deci, centi, and milli. So kilo, hecto, deca, base units, deci, centi, milli. And this is what King Henry has helped me with. So at least I've got something from his memory. If you can remember this, King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. By is like for base units. Base units. All right, if you can remember that, then you can convert any metric system, any metric measurement into the other one. So let's do an example of that. What might that look like? Say we have 27.165 decaliters. I know it's deca because it's a capital. Just piece of information for you. If it's a capital letter, it means it's a big number. If it's a little letter, a lowercase letter, it means it's a little number. Big letter, big number. Little letter, little number. That's something that you might want to write down because it's handy to remember. Okay, so we've got our big numbers with big letters and little numbers with little letters. Let's say that I want to convert 27.165 decaliters into centiliters or milliliters. We use milliliters all the time, so let's convert into milliliters. So how do I do that? Well, what I'm going to do is put my decimal point right here. I want to put that on the units, the prefix that I have right now. So I'm on decaliters. So I'm starting here. Then I need to move my decimal point until I land on milliliters. So I'm going to move my decimal point to the right 1, 2, 3, 4 times to land on milliliters. So that means I need to move my decimal point in the number 4 times to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. That empty space I'm going to fill with a 0. And this is my new number. So my milliliters are 271650 milliliters, and the decimal point goes at the very end. So I have 271,650 milliliters in every 27.165 decaliters. Let's do another example. Let's see. Clear this up a bit. Put in, remember, King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. So let's do another example. Say that I have 57.1 centimeters. centimeters, right? That's something you know. A centimeter is about the width of a button. 57.1 centimeters, and I want to find out how many meters it is. So I'm going to start on centimeters, right? My decimal point, I'm going to start on centimeters because that's what prefix I'm on right now. So I'm going to start here on centimeters. I need to go to meters, not milli, but meters, the base unit. This is my base unit here. Base. So in this case, it's meters. So I need to go to the left 2 times, and that's where my decimal point will go. 2 times, and my decimal point should go here. So in meters, it's 0.571 meters. I know you're all going to ask me, do I have to put the 0 before the decimal point? The answer is yes. Yes, you have to put the 0 before the decimal point. That helps me know that you know this is a decimal and not something else. So 0.571 meters. We'll do a bunch of practice in class. So that's about it. That's all there is to it. King Henry, he died, but drinking chocolate milk was a dumb move on his part, but you know, he was a dog. And may he rest in peace.